Hello there guys, what is going on? Welcome to Pure Trading and the market outlook for week number 40. Sorry that I didn't have a video for us last week. I had PC problems. Hopefully all of that stuff is sorted out now. We did have the updates on the blog, so there is a blog update for week 39 and I will do the blog update for us later on or tomorrow. But for now, just a quick reminder here, last week or a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, we said we had this triple top situation here. I then alluded to Cape Town's mountain range there, Table Mountain, Lion's Head and Devil's Peak. There we go. And then as prices are making higher highs, what we have here at the RSI is the opposite idea. Prices or the RSI is unable to push higher as prices are pushing higher. And for me, that's a very big clue to get short. But how do you get short? Also, a few weeks ago, we looked at this on the 4-hourly chart. Then we noticed that prices are just playing around in on this area all the time. And what we were looking for is either a manipulation to the long side or a break of this whole structure here to the short side. And then that is exactly what happened. Zooming in on this now, we can see prices are breaking through, causing a little bit of manipulation and all that before it actually started crashing downward. But we did see a manipulation on the lower time frame, and that's worth about 150 odd pips there. The next one, the pound cable, let's have a nice look at this one on the daily chart here. Okay, on the daily we have a support level. Yeah, we have prices touching here, and it comes back down again, and here then a false break, and then a move back up, and then retesting another false break and a massive move up. And now prices are back down at that same level again. So when prices gets back down there, this is when we become interested again. But how do you get back into the market here once prices have already touched? Yeah, is it a missed opportunity or what? So to the 4-hourly chart, we will try and find a way in. So this is our daily trend line. As prices are breaking through there, unfortunately, we've missed the ideal situation. We've missed the first entry, but what we have is a second chance here. Prices are going up, comes back down, giving us a better price. So we would be looking again for another manipulation when prices are hitting the EMAs, or when prices are hitting a nice barrier here, a nice support level, trying to retest this area. There's a lot of confluence in this area. We have EMAs, we have support levels. So what we are looking for is prices to come back down, touching it, or just hovering in and around the area. Remember, it is not a line, it is a zone. So in this zone here is where we are looking for manipulations to try and get back long in that area. And then for our go for the dollar versus the yen, this is our daily chart. Here we have a little bit of an ugly looking trend here. We have a few touches here, support for a resistance, or it's supporting the idea that this is a resistance area. So prices are also moving up on a little trend here. Going to the 4-hourly, we'll probably see that trend a bit better here. So there's our little trend. We have 1-2 touches here, and all we're doing is extending that line there. So for me, it's definitely looking more for the breaks short here. So if there is a break short, I would try and get in on the shorting only after we get a retracement, a better price to get in, trying to then retarget the line here at the bottom. If that doesn't happen, I would probably just leave that trade. The reason why I won't really try the long opportunities there is because, going back to the daily, we are just too close to an area where I would look for profit taking instead of letting it just break through here. So I hope that makes some sense here. So the reason I'm not going long here is because it's just too close to the resistance area here. Yeah. If prices, however, breaks through the resistance area and then give me a better price, then I would target the next level up there. And then for the loonie, this was a very nice one. We have a perfect looking trend here. Yeah, we have numerous touches here. You can see that respect of this trend line here. Also breaking our EMAs, and as soon as that happens, just look at how nice this looks on the 4 hourly here. You have a break through of the structure, and prices comes down, retests the trend line like perfectly, and then keeps on going up. For this one, we've already taken this trade here, and that's about 200 pips. If you look at the week number, I think it's week number 38 video, or the last video I did, I mentioned to try and get long after a break pullback there. But for now, what do we do on this one? Thing is, we already reached a potential target here. So what I'll be doing is looking for a pullback and then a continuation of the trend. Then we have the same story happening on the Swissy, the dollar versus the Swiss franc. This is the daily. Also on the previous video we mentioned that after a break of this, we would prefer trying our long opportunities. So this is exactly what happened. We can see the breaks here on the daily. This is a big daily trend line here. If you can look at this, that's your daily. And then on your 4 hourly, you can actually see how prices are really breaking through the trend line, coming back down nice and close to one of our fast moving EMAs, and then we are back into the market here. The way we are getting in here is very close to this line here, so we'll be jumping down to our 15-minute chart and then trying to find a manipulation in this area, trying to get long. So we've highlighted the zones from the daily and the 4 hourly, then looking for manipulations in this area to try and get long here. I think I've tried twice here. One opportunity was failed here, and then the next one went in for that 200 odd pips, so that was quite a good one. And then for the Aussie versus the dollar, don't like this at all. On our weekly, it's just a little bit too messy for me. So I usually when it doesn't look clear to me, I am just skipping to the next one, and that's exactly what we're doing here. For the New Zealand dollar versus the United States dollar, we can see there is a nice little trend line going up here. Yeah, good respect there, 1 2, and then just extending that line. As we can see here, as prices comes down, we can see the potential for a manipulation is there. We can see the lack of volatility in that area, so it is prime for some sort of a break to the long side or to the short side. So yeah, we can see it even closer here on our zoomed in on the 4 hourly. Prices comes down, bounces up, comes back down, retesting the trend line again, and then just no volatility in that area. So for me, unfortunately, it's even lower, and we can see it even more there. It looks more like a wedge. So for me, once a wedge starts forming, it's going to have to be breakouts. For me, breakout to the short or to the long side. So what I mean by this is prices needs to break out of this wedge and then come back and then try for an opportunity to the long side, and then the exact same or the exact opposite for the going short on that one. Yeah, and for targets, it's gonna have to be something like the tops there, and for the targets for the bottom could be the EMA here. That's a 200 period moving average here, corresponds to, let's see if there's any confluence. No real confluence there, but in this area is where I'll be looking to take profits if prices are breaking the trend line and retracing, and I'll aim for the target there. So none of these trades are taken without the edge, and the edge is going to be some sort of a manipulation, some sort of stop hunt. We don't take any trades without seeing that happening first. So there are a number of entry techniques that we have. You can check out the free courses and stuff for some of the entry methods there. Guys, that is what we have. The most important thing on any of these YouTube videos or any YouTube videos that you are watching is to trade safely and prosper.